In today's cook, we are making a homemade Nando's chicken wrap. We're making our own sauce and marinade, and it is deceptively similar to the classic Nando's lemon and herb sauce. So, this is the ingredients you're going to need for the marinade part of your wrap. You're going to want salt and pepper, a chili, an onion, some garlic, lemon, some fresh parsley, really important. I'm including some grilled peppers. We've got some sugar, okay, for a little bit of sweetness, some extra virgin olive oil, some apple cider vinegar, and paprika, okay. And then to turn this into the classic chicken wrap, you're going to need the ingredients to make the wrap, okay. So of course we're going to need chicken. Nando's chicken wrap has chicken breasts. You're not going to get the same flavor profile with thighs, so I would say the breast. You're going to want your wraps, lettuce, your chili sauce, which is definitely optional, some mayonnaise, and also optional cheese, because I always put cheese in mine. So we're going to need a blender for this, and the first step is to chop up and half an onion. You only need half. Then you're going to get your chili. I've de-seeded it. You don't need to. Now this is a lemon herb style, so if you want medium hot, you're going to need to put in a couple more chilies. Then we go for some lemon zest. I'm using the microplane here, and you can see what you do is you grate the microplane around it rather than the lemon on it, if you know what I mean. And you can see it all collects in the top. It's really, really good. The microplane is great for lemon and garlic specifically. Other things, not so great. Okay, so once we've got that, we're then going to use the microplane for the garlic. And again, I always like using it for the garlic because it kind of makes it into a puree, which you'll see when I flip it up. Really not important for this because it's going in the blender anyway, but c'est la vie. So I used half a jar of these grilled peppers. That's approximately 80 to 90 grams. I really like using them. You could use fresh pepper, but you know, I like the taste that you get from them because they're always a little bit charred, and you know, they're pretty good. Then we're adding the smoked paprika. This is a couple of teaspoons. I mean, we've already got peppers, but it definitely will add a smokiness to the dish. We'll then add some basic seasoning. Of course, this is ground black pepper. Goes well with everything. I've gone for about 10 grinds of black pepper, and then just a couple of salt. We'll then add the apple cider vinegar. We can see here 3 teaspoons of that went in. I'm going to add some more in a few moments, but we went with 3 to start with to help us have some liquid when we blitz it up. Then we went for a handful of parsley, blitz that up. It doesn't matter whether you've got the stalks and you're going to be blitzing, it's all going to be finely chopped. But you'll see at this stage, it's really thick. It's more like a paste, a salsa. That's not what we want. So we come in and we add the juice of 1 whole lemon, then give it another blitz, and it's getting there. It's getting runnier, but we need more. At this point, I remembered to put in the sugar, which was about 1 tablespoon of the sugar, because for me, I like it to have a little bit of sweetness. And then I went in with more of the apple cider vinegar, probably another tablespoon and a half. And then I went in with the olive oil, which was 4 tablespoons, and then we blitzed at this point so that we can start to emulsify the sauce. It's quite a chunky sauce, but we still kind of got a little bit of emulsifying there, but you could see it was a much runnier. And that's the sauce done. The sauce and marinade. You know, it is a sauce and a marinade. So we can start making our wrap. So we get a chicken breast, get a decent size, and then basically slice it horizontal so you get like 2 slabs of the chicken breast. Now, chicken breast, I've said it over and over again, the quality these days is so poor, so you need to tenderize it. I like to go through with a fork and jab it all over, and then get the cling film and give it a bit of a bash. Don't smash it too much. You don't want to break it apart. You just want to tenderize it. So give it like you're giving it like a proper massage and beat it all over. Then put it in your bowl and give it a few spoonfuls of the marinade. Mix it all up so it's completely covered. Clean film it again. Get it in the fridge for at least 2 to 3 hours so that it can really penetrate the meat. So we're going to cook this in the air fryer for simplicity. You can see it was 12 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. Really simple, should be cooked all the way through because it's marinated and the chicken's fairly thin. With about 6 minutes to go, I flip over all of the chicken and then I get a spoonful of the marinade and I just drop it on there and then get this brush and just rub it across. Make sure you don't kind of contaminate the sauce. And then we kind of make our perinades, and this is basically just a few spoonfuls of mayo and then a teaspoon of our marinade before it's ready for the main event. It's ready to make our wrap. This is the exciting bit, hopefully. So we get our wrap, we get our slice of cheese, optional, but it's for me. A couple of slices of lettuce, some chili jam. This is completely optional. They put it in the wrap. I would say it's definitely optional. It is not necessary. If anything, you could put a little bit more of the marinade in. Then get your chicken, cut it into chunks and put it in there. And you know, this is a one chicken breast, and I feel like you've got so much more chicken than what you get in a one chicken breast chicken wrap in Nando's. It feels like there's a lot more. Then we have to wrap it, and you know the technique to this is to pull in the sides and then roll over the top, and then just tuck it in, and then make sure you keep tucking in the sides so it doesn't spill out of the sides, and then slowly but surely roll it into essentially a tube, and hopefully it won't fall apart. You know, it's not the end of the world if it's not great wrapped. Now what I like to do is I like to heat up a hot pan and just put them in there for a minute so we toast the wrap essentially, and it's particularly on the join, and it just holds it together. This is not traditional in Nando's, they don't do this, but we're at home, we can embellish a little bit, and as you can see it looks pretty good. It has so much more chicken. The classic Nando's is more than 50% lettuce, so we've got something that I believe is an absolute winner, and I hope that you enjoy it. Hi guys, welcome back to the taste test. Today we are making a Nando's inspired chicken wrap. Now for me, my go-to order always is the lemon and herb chicken wrap with a side of fries and a small side of wings and a berry iced tea. And I've kind of stuck to that order now for many years without any deviation. I think it just hits all of the spots that I want to hit when I go to Nando's. So we went for it and we created our own sauce from scratch, and I think we've done a very good job. You know, if you look at the ingredients of the actual sauce, there isn't really that much in it. You know, it's mainly liquid. And E-numbers and emulsifiers with a few bits and pieces in it. Obviously, we made a peri-peri lemon and herb style from scratch. So we used peppers, we used chilies, we used nice parsley, lots of lemon zest and the juice. And because we added a little bit of sugar, we actually get a really nice sauce that isn't bitter. It is packed full of flavor. And it's something that I think that you're going to like. I think it's a decent version of a Nando's style that you can do at home. Okay, so let's take a look at the wrap. So this is the version that we've gone for. Looks pretty good. I always get a slice of cheddar cheese in mine. I always have. Don't go for halloumi. I find that halloumi gets lost in a chicken wrap. The halloumi and the chicken, they kind of get lost, interchangeable. You get a bit of cheddar, you get a nice sharpness running through it. So, taste test. Cool. That is good. I think it's just dripped all over my microphone, so that could be interesting. We will have to wait and see. That is nice. It has got a nice little bit of heat, a little hum of the heat of the chili that we in there, but not too much because I'm not a big spicy lover. I like a little bit of heat, but not too much. And it's probably just enough. It's peppery, it's sweet, it's smoky, and you got that little bit of lettuce, a little bit of cheese. We toasted up the wraps so they're nice and crispy, and also by doing that, you kind of make a seal because you kind of toast it. It kind of stays together and it doesn't, fall apart. You can see here that we've got, a nice wrap intact. It is not falling apart. You obviously could wrap them in a little bit of foil to keep them together. But let's dig in. I'll see you soon. Remember, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you next time for another one.